connectivity problem this morning, but it's all right, no problem. Okay, let's begin, shall we? Okay, let's go. Okay, guys, good morning once again to all of you. Today is the 20th of July, Tuesday, our Super Tuesday, all right? Now, markets tank, okay, COVID-19 resurgence, all right? So this is the caption for this morning, all right? Now, of course, the thing is this, over the last 2 weeks, I've been telling you guys about my worry about the COVID-19. And of course, some people didn't appreciate that, or some people think that it's actually pointless to talk about it. And I do tell you that, right, it's part and parcel of patterns, okay? End of the day is that the market will find an excuse to sell, to take profit from the current value. And I already tell you, one of the things that they can easily push a blame to is COVID-19. Because you can see that if you ask me about COVID-19, right, yeah, we have more people getting sick. But if you look at the death rate, it's actually pretty low. So if the death rates are low and the infection are high, but it's still basically allows people to continue working, right? So the economy will generally recover. But it's just that the stock market is way bought, overbought, okay? Like you're paying $3 for $1 item. And that's the reason why I kind of worry for that, okay? So that's the reason why we keep on talking about the COVID is because of, because we suspect that this will be the catalyst. And truth be told, this morning we saw the Dow Jones down 950 points at one stage. And of course, the main thing that they're pointing on was about COVID, all right? So that's the thing about COVID that you must understand. We are using it as a form of guidance as a catalyst. But before we start this morning, let's us wish all our Muslim friends, okay, happy Hari Raya Haji to all TWB Muslim family members and friends. Okay, so today is a great day. We commemorate the faith and trust that the Prophet Ibrahim, okay, or Abraham had in God when God commanded Ibrahim to sacrifice his son Ismail, all right? So the story goes down, you can read on your own, but the point is this is the great Mecca, all right? I think this is one of the place that, of course we cannot really go there just like that, but it's a great place, and I know my friend tells me that, it's a very, very incredible, a lot of very interesting stuff. If you actually goes there, you cannot you cannot say anything bad because something may happen to you in a way. So, and the thing is, it's a very incredible place. I'm calling on all my Muslim friends who share this with me. So once again, I will wish all of us, okay, all of them the Hari Raya Haji for today. It's a great day. Thank you for sacrificing your holidays as a celebration, because you know that at the moment now, it's not the best time to celebrate with friends and stuff like that because of the COVID-19 problem. But once again, thank you guys, okay? All right, so before we start this morning, can we all greet all our Muslim friends happy Hari Raya Haji, please? Can we do that? Okay, put us Selamat Hari Raya Haji. All right, so that we can actually still spread the goodness among us, and we just wish our friends a great day today. All right, it's a holiday. All right. Okay, so a disclaimer as usual, right? Everybody do understand this. Today there's loads of information that I'm sharing with you, so please understand this. All my only reason I'm doing all this because I want you guys to profit from the market. End of the day, whether how much you win from the market, it doesn't really give me anything else. Okay, so of course, if you don't like the MAO sharing or any part of it, you just skip, or you can just don't watch. That will make your life easier, and also about mine too. Okay. All right, let's continue. So if you accept this, you accepted the above, and you identified me. Wow, very nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your very nice, greetings to all Muslim friends. All right. Okay. Now, of course, to be a successful trader, every morning I'll take this time to give you a 1 minute quote of the day to become a successful trader. So today is from Wayne. Trading doesn't just review your character, it also builds it if you stay in the game long enough. So indeed, all right, some traders, right, along the way, I've been telling them, you need to build your character. You need to build yourself the type of discipline and the type of emotional control so they win this game. Because this game is not just about 1 + 1 = 2. Sorry, the financial market doesn't work this way. All right, I've been telling people this. So attaining the skill to become a great trader is a lifelong journey, okay? To be successful requires you to make changes in your life, and I totally agree with that. All right, some of us are very good in your daily job, you're very good with your family members, you're very good as a leader, but not necessarily be good in trading. So you need to understand trading is not that simple. It's one of the toughest job in the world, if not the hardest job in the world, because the successful rate itself, right, is less than 5%. So that is the reason why, because the people, the big boys are winning money, is because they use wits to win against you. And if you want to win them or want to be at par on them, you have to think what they are thinking. That's why we trade with the boys. All right, that's a rational reason why we're doing this. So now the joke of the day is, careful, Mr. Bull, a COVID-19 resurgence. So you can see that now the COVID is jumping back again. And although the stock market is rallying, Mr. Bull is hanging on it, because anytime this COVID-19 bomb will just explode, and then of course this will basically hurt Mr. Bull. So this is what the cartoon is trying to translate, all right? So again, I'm not saying the market will crash. I don't understand why people keep on saying this, no matter how it's on recording or not. I already say this multiple times, the market won't crash. Really, I'm not kidding you. Coming from my mouth, you may say that it's kind of, wow, okay, I'm saying that there will be a pullback, and the percentage I say is about 5 to 8%. And I've been saying this for the longest of time, and I've been telling you this is just a pullback. It will not be a crash because there's nothing to crash. Even COVID-19 can't crash the market, at least for now. So, but yesterday we did saw that the Dow Jones down by 725 points. At the low itself was down by 950 points, okay? The low was about 950 points lower. Then after that, obviously, the plunge protection team came in and they buy up the market. And of course, that was what happened. And that's the reason why yesterday, before the market sell off yesterday, I already give you the forewarning. I said that is the COVID-19 virus going to hurt the economy again? So which means that on Monday, which is yesterday in the morning at about 9:30 a.m., I already tell you guys that my worry about what will happen to the market because of COVID. And then, of course, you can see the caption or the headline this morning on Tuesday really is about COVID. Can you see my point here? So that's the reason why we have to talk about COVID. Not because that it's like, oh, it's a Cal talking about COVID again. It's just to inform you it's a pattern that the boy uses it to make money off the traders, okay? To take advantage of the traders. That's the reason why we talk about it, okay? So what are the reasons to stay bullish for now? So there are many reasons to stay bullish today. There are many reasons to stay bearish today. So that I'm going to have lots of information. Let's begin, okay? Loads of it today. So first of all, Jeremy Siegel, right? Wharton Jeremy Siegel says that fresh COVID fears are not enough to derail this bull market. So this professor is saying that no, don't need to worry, all is good. He don't think that this is going to be the start of a bear market, not even correction. Okay, correction in his perspective is 10%. Okay, he's a long-time bull and he has been famous for that. But you know, one thing is that even though it's a long-time bull and he's been bullish all the way and theoretically is correct, kind of answer one thing is that he's not a billionaire yet. So you see, that's the thing about traders. You see, not everyone is cut out to do something in life. Okay, but nonetheless, it's all right because he is very bullish. He says that right, this sell-off is just a small little pullback. Okay, and he believes that right later on the investors will come back in again and buy into the market. He felt that although this COVID rise will be about 1 to 2 months, but after that itself is go back to normal. Now I do agree with him with this. I do agree with him. So that's the reason why I say let the market pull back first, get from the low end and buy. That would be the best thing to do. So just Jeremy Siegel. Then of course he has a video. He talked about it. Let me just play it for you right now. Let you listen to him what he has to offer. I think it's pretty good stuff. Let's listen. Okay, we have again the same technical problem again. Seems like we have always had this problem. So guys, don't freak out. I'm gonna pull out my cable again. Maybe this is again the problem. Hold on, just don't do anything. Okay, so let me just come back with this. Let's see, it's working. Okay, let's go.
This is like we to be the last because the market will see it way before it actually peaks. And we have a few more percent to go, but I think with the accommodative monetary policy of the Fed, I don't think tapering is off the table because I think the inflation is not going to be good in the next 2 or 3 months. But nonetheless, with all that money out there, all that support back there, if we don't get an infrastructure bill, we're going to get a bill by the end of the year that's going to increase spending again. And I think that the push there still is favorable for equities.
So would you guys have Professor Siegel to say buy the cyclical stocks and the reopening plays, which have been being down the hardest, the airlines, which are in a bear market, the autos, energy, all those groups that are still doing
I think we saw, pretty much the beginning of the year when everyone was getting the vaccine before this is reopening, and that got spent. And then the Delta hits. I mean, I personally know people now cancel their trips, delaying them again. So, and COVID gets together, Delta, that kills energy. I mean, that is definitely a reopening trade, a value trade. Interest rates go down, that gets hit. Another value stock gets hit. So, I mean, and of course the cruise lines. But I think that there's opportunities in those areas right now. And I think that once people see this is the last wave, and we will effectively go back to normal by the late fall, I think that those might be good purchases for the next 6 months.
So to what extent, Professor Siegel, when having said that you think we're still in this bull market, does it worry you at the idea of the mega cap that tech stocks, which is so important to the overall indices, if they were to show signs of rolling over the back side?
Well, if Venom is pointing to that's why I'm going to roll over the input correction is over. We actually started that as a bullish sign. Now, I don't know whether that's going to happen. People have flocked to the Fed. Feds not considered that risky growth anymore. They're more considered the conservative set of stocks that people have flocked to. So maybe that's the last capitulation of this sort of rolling correction that we had from the enthusiasm of the market and produce that average peak. But I do not think that we were at the start of another bear market or even a correction, which of course would be a 10% decline in the S&P.
Okay, so you can hear, right, Professor Siegel, right? He says that there is no way the market is going to go down by 10%. And he's very bullish on this, and this could be the capitulation that the market is looking for, so that you basically weed out all the weak holders, and then this is a good time to buy. So this is from Jeremy. Okay, so how about this one? Now, this is from the NBER, all right, the National Bureau of Economic Research. Okay, they are saying that it's official. The COVID recession lasted just 2 months, the shortest ever in the US history. So basically, they are saying that even though the drop was a staggering 31.4 GDP plunge in the second quarter of last year, but it's also one of the massive snapback, and the market basically recovered 33.4%. So NBER is saying that, right? So they have done their research after 1 whole year, and they can confirm that the last recession is over. Okay, it seems that it's all over, and the market is due for a recovery. So that is the reason why, another reason why the market is a good time to buy. But apparently after this is the thing, when the data come out itself, right, the market recovers from down there. That's the reason why the stock market recovered last night at about 2 a.m. Singapore time this morning, and this is the reason. So they really realized that the last time the longest bear market or recession was almost for 65 months, and that's from 1873 to 1879. That was many years ago. Okay, so with that is another reason why the bull market is here. Now, of course, the market itself, right, also have chartists who believe that the market is going to go up again. Now, why? Here we go. Now, S&P give traders some hope for a bounce as it managed to close above a very key chart level. We come to that very soon. Okay, so what is happening here is that because they say that they use a 50-day simple moving average, and they realize that every time when the market basically come to this point, it will bounces off it and go higher, and it bounces again, it went higher, it did it again, it went higher. So in fact, yesterday, the market really touched the 50-day moving average and seemingly supported. So I'm going to give you two sides of the coin. Number one is the positive side. The positive side is confirmed that if, let's say, the market has hit the MA50 and will rebound, that means, right, very good chance we will see the S&P trading at 4,400 very, very soon, okay? So that's one view of it. Now, the other thing is that it's a bit of negative, although we're talking about bull market here, but the market basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 times the market has targeted and triggered the beautiful moving average. Now, I have been saying this many times before. The reason for you to buy out will be always the reason for you to sell off. And therefore, if let's say later on this week or even next week, if the market drop below this 50-day moving average, right, and start to really close very clearly below it, then we have a problem and the market will sell pretty bad because the reason for buying will no longer become the reason for, will become the reason for selling. So that's the reason why traders, on one side of this tells you that's the reason why the market is up today now at the moment, and that's the reason why you had to be on the long side. But on the same notation of this, do take note, this is a very critical level. So the level that you're looking at is about 42.40 level, 42.40, and yesterday we actually traded there. And once it reached that point itself, right, the market actually rebounded to 42.58. So this tells you that this 50-day moving average is very critical. So write it down somewhere, 50-day simple moving average, then this one cannot break. And if the market breaks, right, you have a problem because you can see distinctively a lot of people are all looking at this turnaround. So many people is hoping that and hope that this will actually be like that. Okay, so we'll talk about this later when we do the charting view side. All right, and so you can see even more people saying that they don't see a breakdown. They say that they even see the market going higher by end of the week. Wow, this is not the optimism that the bull have right now. They feel that right, any pullback right now is always a buy. So that is the very bullishness, the very reason why is the reason why the market is a buy or it should be bullish. Okay, this segment here right now. And Cathie Wood, right, her up innovation rises amid yesterday market plunge. Quite incredible. Yesterday, Cathie Wood up innovation actually outperformed the entire market. It's up by 0.3%, while the S&P lost 1.5%. And even the NASDAQ was down by 1%. So it shows that, right, this selection of stocks seem to be good. So I managed to find for you the up innovation top 20 list, but of course I'm going to give you the top 10 so that you guys can concentrate on top 10. If you want to buy the top 20, then you must go and Google it out. It's actually available on CNBC. So you can see that yesterday, Tesla, these are all her top 10. Tesla, Roku, all these are all her top 10. And apparently yesterday, this counter overall were up. Okay, so that's quite interesting though. Okay, all right, but Tom Lee has two views to inform you. Tom Lee, remember this guy, I always like him because he's really very straightforward and he's pretty accurate. Now, these strategies is a CNBC contributor, well known for calling the market up and down during the pandemic, right? Now he's saying this, okay? July, at least in my 30 years, definitely more than mine, okay, of doing research, have never been great months for people to really make big profits. So he's very careful with his words, but he tried to say that, right, this is the month usually market will be very volatile and the potential downside is actually pretty high. All right. And he says that, right, since the first half of the year was good, then usually July will be pretty choppy, which seemingly is playing out like a pretty textbook, which is exactly what I've been saying about this. But he felt that it doesn't mean that Monday sell is the end of the bull. And in fact, he still predict a double-digit return for stocks in the second half of the year. So which means that he's still very bullish and he believes that the second half of the year will be very good. So all he says is that, right, it'll be a tough few weeks, but after that, things will be good. Remember, Tom Lee says already, he's looking at a tougher July month initially, but come to this August, September onwards, he find market should be doing okay. So that's why traders, you have to do your stand, and you think that the market is good to long right now, you can try to find low level to buy, okay? So that is why this morning I prepared so much stuff for you. So despite the market coming down 700 points, right, I still find all the good reasons for you to look for buy. So that is how we balance this whole MAO, okay? And of course, Bill Ackman, all right, the billionaire, he still sees a massive economic boom despite the Delta variant, all right? So he says that the rates is to rebound soon. Now, yesterday, we know that the rates dropped below 1.2%, okay, the 10-year yields. So, but Bill Ackman said the other way around. Bill Ackman says, nope, he feels that the bond yield will go up by the second half of the year because he believes that the economy will recover from the pandemic. So he thinks that the rates will be going up. He felt that, right, coming to the year itself, right, there'll be people know that the market has recovered, and he's very bullish. And in fact, he felt, right, this drop is a great opportunity to buy. It's a great opportunity to buy because he felt that, right, you can borrow as much as you can. The long-term fixed rate at today's rate, correct? Now the rates are 1.2%. It's very cheap. So if you borrow a lot from the banks, and if the market can make more than 1.2%, example, you definitely make money. So it makes a lot of sense for people who can borrow money, and of course the tilt, all right? And overall, he is betting very big on the restaurant, retail, hotel industry. So it's kind of a bit of bias, but definitely he is basically very strong and confident regarding about the second half of the year. And that's why he felt that, right, this is actually a great time to buy. So guys, this is Bill Ackman. We have Tom Lee, we have this Jeremy Siegel. Everybody are all saying it's a buy. So what do you think? Do you think that you'll be buying soon? If you think that you'll be buying soon, please key the word buy, B-U-Y. If you say that no, you want to wait for a while, then just key the word no. Let me see how many of you are still online with me. There's 67 of you. Let me hear you out, guys. Okay, Eddie says buy. Des they no. Kelza no. Brian prepared to buy. Carl say no. Eddie no. Minhui follow TWB chart really or not? Huh? Are you sure or not? Yesterday, if you have followed, then you know already like why we call for buy and go. Okay, Chigwi say buy. Henry say no. Yesterday low can be buy. Okay, yesterday low. Buy, the expert, not me. Okay, Alex say no, and that was Eric, and Anthony say not yet. Okay, so I will give you my 2 cents worth. Okay, my view is this. Yesterday, when the price was coming down to 33,900 already, right? I text already that it's a good time to just buy some over there because I also believe that there will be some recovery because this is generally a bull market, and in a bull market, when the market come down by more than 2% or even 1.5%, usually the plunge protection team will come in to buy, and indeed it happened. But once it happened itself, right, once you buy the low level, do just take profits and then put SWL, because the market, if they know that everybody is thinking the same manner, then what we'll do is that they purposely will go down again, crash away down all the weak holders, then maybe from there it bottom out again. So it's all possible. Okay, did that? Okay, good. Thank you, Minhui. Azar say standby. Okay, so we have all the news, okay? But do note, for this Bill Ackman, just to share a little bit, Bill Ackman was a guy who came on CNBC last year during the COVID-19 incident, right? He said that hell is coming, and he even urged the White House to shut down the country for a month. Remember that? Then after that itself, right, prior to that, he was already shorting the market very hard. So it was a little bit like he manipulating the market, but of course, no one can say anything, and it's very outright. So people who panic, they sell, and then he exited from the market and he flipped too long. Oh my God. So that means not only that he made money, that on the short side, he made even more. So just the short part itself, right, he already made $2 billion. Wow, that's a lot of money. Imagine that, $2 billion. But of course, again, end of the day, this is how the big boys play this game. All right, incredible, right? Of course, he came out to clarify himself, this and that, but we all know what actually really happened. So guys, I will leave it to you to make a decision whether you believe in what Bill Ackman has just said, but choice is yours. Okay, so what is the reason why the yields are coming off? Okay, and why the yields coming off? Now, because apparently, right, investors now are sitting on a mountain of cash and they're investing in anything. But the problem is that the stock market is getting high right now, right? So they got nowhere to go. So the only one they can swim to is the bond market. So that's the reason why the bond is going up and the yields is coming off. And because the US dollar now is the lowest point in many years, hence therefore, right, in this case, there's no other places to go. So the pension funds also buying into the treasuries, and that is the reason why. Okay. And last but not least is because the negative treasury yields across the globe. Now, a lot of countries now, their treasury yields are actually negative. So what happened is that, right, they rather take the money out from other country, put in the US because it's still giving you positive yields. So it makes a lot of sense that people are doing that. Now it's a very simple game, all right? I borrow a negative yield, then put a positive yield. Of course, I make the money. So it's a very simple outright. But of course, then America will have to continue doing their job to make sure that the bond yields can be paid. If the moment they actually couldn't pay, that would be a huge problem, right? So that is like, what's happening right now in the financial market. Okay, so today is the 20th. We have is Netflix. Okay, Netflix is going to be the first tech company to start out with, but IBM this morning already come out very good result. That also caused the market to trade a bit higher. So Netflix is expected to dip a little bit because of the pandemic. Technically, it's no longer there in a way. Hence, therefore, people don't really watch Netflix. I suspect Netflix earnings may be down a little bit, or at least going forward may not be that fantastic. Then tomorrow will be Coca-Cola and Johnson & Johnson. I believe these two will do pretty okay. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. All right. So Susan go live as usual. Every day she's doing that, and now I have 211 members. So yesterday Susan basically gave a good call. She gave, and more people are participating inside the group chat. So it's good, guys. This is how we're going to help Susan. She's really a good trader. You just have to follow what she say. Then you learn, right? Especially the GM11, GM12 student, you can actually take this advantage to learn. Okay, all right. Now, global news. I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about COVID, but apparently there's two big news that happened in Singapore. I have to talk about it because I did suspect that we crossed 100, right? And really, yesterday we crossed 100. Total 163 COVID cases. That is one of it. But again, I say because the death rate is pretty low, so it's good. Okay, no death is better, but we just have to be relative here. Okay. But I think the bigger one is this one here, the serious incident at River Valley High School yesterday. That is something that was very sad. Okay, I shared this with my wife and stuff. But you know what I don't like about this whole thing is that look at this at the bottom part on this hardware zone. So it was a slashing event. It was a very serious event. It's a very, very sad event. But then again, these are the people who will write things like this, maybe just doing art classes and accidentally slashing. I mean, really, this is really terrible. You know that a child has gone. And why are you using that as a form of guidance? I mean, that's one reason why, if you actually bother to read what hardware zone write about people, right, I think you're not getting it right. Because those people that are writing those stuff, really, their brain need to be rewired, honestly, in my opinion. But anyway, I just want to highlight about this. And of course, this is something that I realized that it's about stress. And apparently in Singapore, all right, based on 2019, all right, a staggering 92% of working adults are actually very stressed. And we are actually 8% higher than the global 84%. So that means that stress has come to us, and of course, not able to move around, to let go, right? Probably going to cause our kids to have some problems. So guys who are parents, please do yourself a favor to check your kids, spend some time with them. I know work is important, but you need to balance. That's why this morning, even though I'm pretty busy, I still find my time to have breakfast with them and stuff like that. So parents, please do what you do today's holiday. If you can, take them out. If not, then stay at home, play with them. I think they'll love that moment, okay? All right, so of course, while this is going on in Singapore, we are actually having England now taking the leap, all right? They're going to open up regardless. They're going to have. So nightclubs can open. Wow, nightclubs can open, okay? So wait a minute, Fred says, using KFC 34077, yeah. 34077 is a technical level for you to watch out for as a KFC level. We'll talk about this more today during Super Tuesday. Okay, so England says their nightclub can open, so which means all the drinking, hugging can be done. So yesterday, you can see that this dance floor at 8 London nightclub. All right, the moment we see 12:01, which is Monday, right? Everybody goes into hugging mode. Okay, so everybody is partying, enjoying themselves. Obviously, no mask allowed in a way. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we just had to let's see. Okay, all right. So apparently, it's all right. The COVID cases in UK is now at 316,000 cases, and the last 7 days is up by 43% in terms of daily average. Okay, but only 283 people unfortunately passed on. So that's the reason why you look at the number here and the number here, right? So obviously it makes some sense that just take it as a common cold, then maybe you need to go and lie down a bit longer, but you don't die. So that's the reason why people doesn't really care, and economy really need to survive. So that's why they're doing that. So of course, UK now is having one of the highest vaccination, right? Their adults basically for the first dosage, right, they have 87.9, that's a very, very high number. And the second dose is about 68%. So which means that in about 1 or 2 months time, they will likely hit about 90% level on 2 dosage, right? So if they actually can pull through this and they show that the vaccine works and people can really have no mask on, then maybe the whole world will do that. And that is the reason why later on the stock market will go through the roof. You understand my point? That is what they're trying to say over here. Okay, so WHO says that if all is good and lucky, we may get ourselves controlled by by next year. Everything will be good and things will be fine. And of course, this is something that I want to share with you about this now. Xpeng or Xiaopeng, right? Now the new Chinese electric car maker Xiaopeng has this new price, this new sedan at $24,000. Okay, now why do I talk about this thing? Because you know that Tesla recently have been very quiet. And of course, the rationale is that there's no more new stuff coming out. And of course, Xiaopeng, right, is the Chinese brand and is coming up very strongly. And of course, with the price now cheaper than Tesla, that is going to give they will give a bit of run against Tesla, all right? So let's look at this is Xiaopeng, this electric car. Well, if you ask me, it looks nice, but to me, I still prefer Tesla because not only was Tesla the brand, but the design does more appeal to me for Tesla. I really find Tesla a bit nicer. My personal opinion. All right. So what do you think, guys? Do you think that this Tesla car, electric car, looks better than Xiaopeng's car, or you think that they are the same, or you think Xiaopeng is better? Let me hear you guys. What's your view right now? What do you think? So you, Lauren, you say that Xiaopeng car more sleek, or you tell me that Tesla car more sleek? How about the rest? What do you think? Do you think that which car is more sleek? Okay, so Brian says Xiaopeng is better in my opinion. Okay, right. Asa say Tesla. Lauren say Tesla. Okay, Brian say the P7 model is nicer. Okay, Gary also says Xiaopeng is better. Xiaopeng look a bit boxy. Yeah, that's what I felt too in a way. Okay, Li Xiang, more nice. What's Li Xiang? Okay, Tesla eye candy. Okay, sleek outside have to compare the onboard features. True, indeed. Xiaopeng Tesla model look like Mazda 3. Okay, all right, not convinced by electric car yet, John. Okay. Now, why do I talk about this? Because first of all, it's a competition, right? Then you realize that recently I talked about Xiaomi, right? Now, Xiaomi also overtake Apple in the global smart market, right? So, global smartphone market, sorry. So, Xiaomi now has 17% share ahead of Apple, only 14%, while just behind Samsung, 19%. So, what am I trying to say is that, right? Don't you realize that the Chinese are really coming up very strongly and they are really taking down some of the bigger brands? So Apple and now we have Tesla. So it's going to be a matter of time itself that they'll take more and more and more. So undeniable itself, right? I kind of believe that all the bigger boys, right, they may take a bit longer time now to actually, I mean, they must watch their back because the Chinese are really coming out strong in technology. And of course, in terms of branding, you can see that they are also branding very, very global, very international field. And of course, you look at the stock itself, right? You can see that Xiaopeng, right, the last few days, is doing okay pretty well. Same thing like Xiaomi, also doing pretty well. So this tells me that, right, even the stock market has come off a fair bit, right? These two counters are still very good. So in matter of fact, if next time, if there's going to be any serious correction, if they're going to happen, then these two counter will be in my watch list because I think that these two will become the next big one, in my opinion. All right. So that if you understand the power of the Chinese consumer, if they start to buy, sell, and they support their own brand, I mean their own so-called local brand, Xiaomi and Xiaopeng, right? I think this is very good. So kind of deny this. I ask myself, maybe I should call myself what TWB or Xiao Kiao because like all the Xiao. By the way, my Chinese name got Xiao. Actually, you know, my full Chinese name is a Xiao in between. Yeah, indeed. So maybe, yeah, pretty a good idea. All right. So I mean, that's a joke. But today we have is the building permit. So we can look at 1.7 million forecast. So it's one thing to watch out for. All right. So let's see what happened. Ah, okay, lixiang.com, I see. Oh, Li Xiang. Oh, okay, yes, okay. Okay, I got you. Thanks, huh? Okay, I got it. All right, so Dow Jones yesterday, we dropped by 725 points. Low was 950 points lower, but it recovered towards the end. All right, so what happened? Dow Jones tumbled 700 points because there was this fear of COVID resurgence, as I mentioned earlier. And the thing is that basically throughout all the 30 stock members, the Dow components were all down. And the 10-year yields, the main culprit, it had reached down to 5-year low 1.17, exacerbating the fears of the slowing economy. So that is the reason why. So of course, these two add together, right, which is what you have there. One is the yield, one is the COVID, add together, it will be a concern for growth, all right? So overall, the thing is this, just take note, US actually is averaging about 26,000 new cases a day, while the last 7 days was about 11,000 a month ago. So the number, again, is increasing. Even though the vaccination is ongoing right now, the number have just increased. So of course, again, people say, but still, the market is strong. Yeah, indeed, that's why I say, as long as they're not going to take this COVID as an excuse to sell, you will still have the stock market going up. But once they want to bring something to take as a chopping board, right, I'm very sure they use COVID as a case. Right, so that's the reason why yesterday the CBOE volatility index, the VIX indicator, shoot up to 25. And I've been advocating a buy since many weeks ago. I say anytime VIX indicator come down to 16, right, buy VIX. Remember that? All right, remember that I said that, I did say that, right, whenever the VIX indicator do come down to this 16, it's a buy. Remember that? So how many of you have profited from VIX? Anyone have profited from VIX? If you have profited from VIX, let me know. All right, so it was a pretty good, simple trade. And of course, congratulations to those who actually profit from there. All right, so today I'm so tight with time, I couldn't do the market news for you, so apology, but we straight go to the chart, shall we? All right, so this is the chart of today. Yesterday, sorry, you can see that the opening price was here beautifully. Opening price was here, and the KSI was green. So of course, we know that it should be a buy. But the problem is that the market can't even go up. The market just couldn't go up. Once it goes below P2 already, right? That's it. Below OP, below P2, what do we do, guys? Below OP, below P2, what should you do? Guys, what should we do, right? Below OP, below P2, what should we do, everybody? All right, the answer is pretty clear, right? There's only one straight answer for this, and the answer will be, let's us have your answers right now. Okay, waiting for you guys to give your answer. Yes, indeed. Wow, all come out already, right? Fred, indeed, beautiful. Sell on CCYR. Eric, sell on CCYR. All right, now Cheng Kui, sell on CCYR. Missing that, Cheng Kui, CCYR. And Brian, sell on CCYR. But Cal, KSI is green. Yeah, KSI is green, you can still sell. But that means that if the market comes down to KTR -1, -2, or -3, and if there's CCRY, you buy back your position. That's how you use the KSI green. All right, that is how you utilize this, and not because the KSI green you cannot sell. I've never said that. That's not the way to use the TWB system. So let's take a look what happened yesterday, shall we? So yesterday, the Dow Jones was down. This is the opening price. The market can't even go to KTR +1. It can't even go there at all. Okay. Once you go below pivot 2, you can see that you just have to do one simple thing: CCYR sell, right? CCYR sell, right? CCYR sell, right? And CCYR sell. All right. Can you see that? Basically, right, if you just follow the rule, okay, maybe this trade you may not make money. This trade definitely make money, and this trade make money, this trade make money. Don't you realize that this is how easy you can use a system to trade? As long as you follow the system, you make money. Now, a lot of people say, but Kel, the market is very low already. What if it rebound and stuff? Guys, the rule already tell you below OP, below P2, just sell. You don't need to bother how low would it be. Your rule, your job is to sell. And of course, if the KSI turn red, then the selling will be even more than you can think of. So think about this. Traditional indicators will make you buy yesterday, but our indicator make you sell yesterday. So end of the day, between the both of us, who make money is the one that sell yesterday. Got my point? That is why it's the same thing. If the market is above OP, above pivot 1, we buy. And when we buy, people say sell. But we are the one who make money. So that's why I've been telling you this. If you ask me the best techniques or best setup of TWB system, I can tell you very good is above OP, above pivot 1, just buy. Below OP, below pivot 2, just sell. I've been saying this and I will never change and mince my words, okay? All right, got an idea? Good. Let's look at the market right now. I think this is what everybody is waiting for. Okay, let's go. All right, so this is the current level now of the Dow Jones, but we're going to do Dow Jones first. Let's look at the Chinese market first. The Chinese market now is, China market gap up this morning. Wow, okay, cool, right? So Chinese market this morning gap up, China A50 gap up. So let's just do the technical first. Let me think. Okay, so the technical level was traded yesterday, so that is a reason why the market rebounded. Good. So let's look at the MLP first. MLP is somewhere here today, so the market is trading above MLP. Well, the nearest BNB, let me see, is there the nearest BNB here? Yep, we have the nearest BNB, these two guys. Okay, so it's still trading below the BNB SL level at the moment. You can see that. And of course, now we have it lower now. The MA30 is lower. The MA200 is slightly lower only. So that means that the market is nearing towards the MA30, but still a distance. So in short, that means that if the market cannot go up, the market will still be down overall. All right. So traders, you just wait for a while. There's no queue to buy yet. But of course, you are PTP trained. Then if you're PTP trained, you will know that there is a technical level here. There's a technical level here, which yesterday was triggered. All right, yesterday was traded. So that's why you can see the market for Shanghai A50 went up. So you can see that even our technique from PTP can still be used across for many markets. Now for Hong Kong, right? Hong Kong, you can see that Hong Kong this morning also gap up. Why gap up? Right? Because the last part, remember, the last part the market actually traded higher. Okay, so what we have now is the MLP is somewhere. So this is the BNB, sorry. So this is the MLP for today, and the market now is near the MLP. But because I did mention to you that there is a a support on the China A50 counter, that's why the Hong Kong also following through. Okay, so based on this one right now, we are still quite away from the MA30 for Hong Kong. So which means that the downside pressure is still going to be there. But if you can cross MLP today, at least there's some buying activity. Okay, so let's just look at the Dow first. This is the Dow Jones chart. Let me just bring it all in for you. Okay, so first of all, the Dow Jones, we saw a very big sell-off, and it went below the MA30. So yesterday we talked about it already, right? If the market dropped below the MA30, they'll be selling. So yesterday, if you notice this, guys, yesterday the MA30 I say was at 34,550, right? I said this yesterday. So when the Dow Jones loses 34,550, that was where the Dow Jones slammed down. Can you see that? So it's very important to have the MA30 put on your screen and then label it properly. So once the market loses the 34,550, you can see instantaneously the market sell off. So for today, where is the MA30 supposed to be placed at? Well, it will be placed somewhere around here today, and that number will be 34,505. Now, 34,505 is very far away, but anything can happen. If the market can be down by 700 points, the market can go up by 800 points. It's all possible, okay? Okay, so this morning, that's why this morning we've been buying. All right, so that is the first thing. Then the MLP for the Dow Jones will be somewhere around here, and that's about 34,340. Okay, that's the Dow Jones. And any more BNB? The BNB profit have been given yesterday, remember? All right, this was a BNB level. And then I told you guys, if the Dow come down, it'll come down the same magnitude. And indeed, yesterday, the one-time one was given already. So you see that our trading is that simple. And today we talk about this again during the Super Tuesday, all right? So that is why I say if you guys were to concentrate in this market trading, you can make money periodically, all right? So that is the what I have for you for Dow. Weekly chart-wise, of course, we have the breakdown last week, right? Last week, it already broke down the short-term trend line. So indeed, today, it fulfilled is reason why it will sell, and indeed it really happened. And very interesting is that this is a new BNB. This is a new BNB on the weekly chart, and yesterday's closing or current price right now beautifully stopping exactly at the SL. So from here, it may tell us that the market may actually go back again. There is a possibility that the market may go up again. So we watch this level, but only when it closes below or trades below the BNB SL, right? Then maybe we'll see another wave of selling, and this selling can be another 800 points drop. Okay, it can be another 800 points drop. Okay, so I'm saying that if the market drop another time, it could be another 800 points. So all clear on this, guys? Okay, if you are clear, right, please key number 1 right now. Okay, thank you, guys. Okay, yeah, at home now. Okay, so let's look at the Dow Jones for today. Now, Dow Jones for today, let's take a look. Now, Dow Jones today, what do you think, guys? What do you see? What do you think that, what do you think we should do today? Dear all, today, what should we do today? Look at the chart right now. Look at the opening price. Look at the pivots, okay? This is not inverse pivot. So what should we do today? Can you tell me, everybody? What should we do today? Let me hear you guys. I'm not going to type anything. I'm going to wait for your answers. What should we do today for the Dow Jones? Buy? No, buy here. Yes, Carl. CCRY buy only? Really? Carl, only that? How's the full statement, guys? Brian, CCRY above OP, buy. Yay, correct. Correct. Above OP, because the opening price already is above the pivot 1, right? So above OP, CCRY, buy. Yes, fantastic. Okay, wow, you guys are good. You see that? You guys don't need me to be around, guys. Huh? Eddie sell? Oh no, Eddie, why you sell? Huh? Eddie, this not like that. No, I must put a sad face on you already. CCRY buy, right? CCYR, Lion. Sorry, I was also, you already set face. Okay, Desmond. Wow, I'll come back, Desmond. Yes, correct. CCRY buy. Fred, wow, for Fred one is the long one. Very clear. Okay, Han Yu also got it correct. Okay. All right, so Min Hui also got it. Desmond also got it above OP, CCRY. Okay, must have above OP, then we can call for buy, okay? That's very, very important, all right? So guys, above OP, CCRY, buy. Because today, the market already above the pivot 1. So let's look at the chart today. So this is today's chart. Can you take a look? Now, today, no chance, no color change, no CCRY, understand, nothing at all given. So how? Cannot buy lah, But those people who went in to buy on discretional, just take note, there's a profit level at 134,154. All right, I think you should take profit somewhere around there. Why? The day chart KSI is still green, ma. The day chart KSI is still green, so the probability of the market going to KTR +1 is high as long as the market stays above OP. Can you understand that? So that's why if anybody is long in the Dow Jones for whatever reason, then this price 34,154, right? I believe it will trade, and then once it take here, do take some profit, okay? Take some TP, all right? TP, okay? Take some profit, okay? So take partial profit also can if you want to. Okay, this is what we should do today lah. Very clear cut already for today. NASDAQ, well, NASDAQ, I already told you about the MA30. Very powerful, and yesterday when it goes below, it sold down, but you notice this today, right? It climbs straight away above it again. So this MA30 is very powerful on the NASDAQ. So this number is basically 14,615. This is a very technical level that you must take note. As long as the NASDAQ stays above 14,615, right? It's kind of bullish, all right? Very bullish, okay? But if the market loses this level, then we have a problem. And the next number will be 14,200. 258. So that is what I'm saying for the NASDAQ. Okay, so NASDAQ upside is must stay above 14,615. The downside can be all the way to 14,258 level. Okay, that is the NASDAQ for you. Chart wise is still okay because it's the strong reversal, and of course the market is staying now above the MA30. Okay. All right, next level, next one will be the chart itself. Let's look at the NASDAQ chart. Now today, this is a NASDAQ day chart once again. Now NASDAQ day chart, now we are very near to the pivot one. Pivot one is 14,654, and this morning the high of 655, you went past it by 1 point, then it got itself rejected. Now the only downside is the NASDAQ, actually the KSI are all red in color. So which means that there's selling pressure. So if the NASDAQ cannot break above the pivot one, right, there could be selling pressure later again. So that is what could happen. But if the market stays above the pivot one, because the KSI is red, then do take note, KTR plus 1 to KTR plus 3, do take partial profits along the way, okay? Because the KSI is still red in color. Okay, it's still red in color. Okay, that's very important that you must remember that. S&P 500, well, S&P have lost the MA30 level, so basically it's not that nice. But I did tell you that it's a technical level that the S&P will go, and I mentioned it's 4272. Remember yesterday? Yesterday when I told you guys when S&P was trading here, I mentioned that S&P will drop down to 4272. Remember? Anyone remember that? Can you remember what I said about this? If you remember, let's keep the word REM, remember? Now, how do I know the market coming to this level? Because you see, let me just share with you chocolate bar again, guys. When we were here yesterday, right? If you look from right to left, okay, right to left, the chocolate bar is being blocked by this long tail. So all these three white candlestick cannot be used, expired by although KCB can use, but it's not the fresh chocolate bar that we want, right? So the fresh chocolate bar that is unused or untouched when we were here was this guy. This was the closest guy that was unused because all the 4 of them, right, are already used before previously as fresh chocolate bar. So that's why I say that if S&P is to drop, right, it will drop at least to this point here, and that's 4272. Remember that? Okay, it's not a previous resistance that I'm using it. I was using chocolate bar, Fred. That was what I was using yesterday. Yeah. Okay, this is why I say this. Then if you can understand what I just said, right? So logically, right, the next chocolate bar that is a fresh chocolate bar that is unused and can be utilized, that will be the next one now. So the next one is, where is it? The next one is actually here. This is the next chocolate bar, unused. That's the reason why the S&P dropped further, because it's unused. All right, if you look carefully, then the other one, which is here, this is the one. So which means that the market almost touched the next chocolate bar, but it didn't and rebounded. So at least this is how we get our technical level for chocolate bar. Very simple. Yes, indeed. That's the reason why, if you like TA, right, this is quite fun for you if you know how to actually maximize your gain. Yeah, that's why yesterday we held on our S&P position, right, for 100 points. Yeah, we held one position S&P, we held it down for 110 points, 120 points. Yeah, S&P 120 points. That's how cool it is, right, to be trading using the chocolate bar theory, using the TWB system. Okay, cool, huh? All right, so let's now look at the let's go back to where we are now. Where is it? Okay. S&P, yeah. Now S&P 500 today is also above OP, above pivot one, but the problem is the KSI is red in color. So which means that above OP, above pivot one can still buy. All right, can still buy, but be careful because the KSI is red, right? If you hit KTR -1 to -2, maybe +1 or +2, you just take profit. Okay, don't hold too long over there. Okay, got the idea? Yeah, indeed. Okay, hold on. There's some messages coming in. Okay, just give me one more sec. Almost there. Okay, done. All right, so that is what I'm seeing now for the S&P 500. Okay, so let's look at Hong Kong again. Hong Kong is off the MLP now, rejected a little bit from the MLP level. I think because China has pulled back. Earlier it was higher a little bit, now it's pulled back a bit. Now, how about DAX? Wow, look at DAX. Yesterday, DAX have a very big sell-off, all right? So same thing again, yesterday, the MA30 I put for you was here at 15649. And I say that DAX will likely gap down. But of course, when it go lower, wow, look at the way it sell down all the way, all right? All the way, okay? So of course, what will happen today for DAX, right? Let me just give you my 2 cents worth. Okay, first of all, we have the MA200 that is here. So I don't think you'll go there, that's for sure. Then after that, the MLP for today, well, the MLP for today will be somewhere around here. And that will be somewhere about 15,272. Now the nearest BNB, well, let me see. Nearest BNB, is there anyone here? Yeah, the nearest BNB was here, already given the profit. So the only next one that you can talk about is the MA30, which is way far away. So overall, I can say that this is the chart will look like for me right now. Very clean. This is the MA30. This is the MLP for today. If the DAX want to recover, it has to cross MLP. If not, the MLP will become the resistance point. Okay, that is something that I will have to tell you. And still no call for buy yet. Wait for a while until the market consolidate, find some strength, let the boys go in first, then we go for buy. Okay? Right, that's DAX. And last one will be the Nikkei. Now Nikkei is now trading higher above OP, it's going upwards already. And but it's still below the MA30 and also below the MA200 point. So that's a problem. In terms of BNB, any BNB watch out for? Well, we have this one. This is the one, the very big mega one, the big BNB. So which means that this is still the controlling. It went down yesterday, the day before, but now it recovered back. So this BNB is going to be our key watch out for a very big movement. All right. Okay, so that it covers all the indices. Let's look at the. Oh, sorry, I didn't do Hang Seng, is it? Sorry, my bad. Okay, Hang Seng also the same thing, right? Hang Seng is also above OP, above pivot 1. So Hang Seng has already been trading. So of course, let's look at Hang Seng, but the KSI is red, right? So before I go to Hang Seng chart, because I haven't seen Hang Seng yet. So what will you tell me when you just keep a call, Cal, the opening price of Hang Seng is above pivot 1, I'll tell you buy. But Cal, the KSI is red. Okay, then take profit when you see KTR plus 1. Can you see my point? It means that straight away, you just call me at the morning and I'll tell you and regurgitate to you the answers. I'll tell you that, okay, as long as Hang Seng stay above OP, you can buy on the M5 chart. And must be CCRY, of course. But once you hit KTR plus 1 or plus 2, once you hit down there, you must take profit. Can you see that? That is what we will do. And let's see whether did it really happen. Remember this, I am watching the market with you live together. So that means there's no way I will be able to know what happened in Hang Seng. And truth be told, right, this is the red, this is the yellow. So CCRY, you go in to buy. And once you see KTR plus 1, take profit. See KTR plus 2, take profit. You see that? And once you take profit, the market couldn't stay. Bang, it came back down again. See that? So now live, there's a CCRY here. But the problem is we are entering GTH soon. That's number one problem. Number two, the KSI is red. Now the earlier was a good buy because the KSI was green. So you can see that. So you see TWB system, right? You really don't need to care anything else. You just have to remember the rules and then just trade. You don't even need to draw a single trend line. As long as you know where the opening price is, you know the pivot where it is, and then you saw the KSI, you just put all together and formulate the pattern, which has always been saying the same thing. And then you see, it works. So you don't even need to know what's Hong Kong doing right now, what is Hang Seng traders doing right now, or what Hong Kong stocks are going up. You don't need to know all this. You just have to follow the rules. Do you think it's amazing? If you think it's amazing, it's all right. Please key the word amazing right now for me so that I can screenshot this with the word amazing to really, show to people that for our trading system, you just have to follow rules. There's no technical drawing, no second guessing, no need to look at the news, no need to look at any tabloids and stuff like that. You just have to remember this. As long as the market is above OP, above pivot 1, you just have to stay by. If the KSI is green, then of course you can go for KTR plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. But if the market KSI is red, then when you hit the KTR plus 1, do really take profit, because that's how it works. Okay? All right. Thank you, guys. Wow. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for doing that. I realize that some of you will always support me regardless, whatever happened, and you guys will be so nice. Then some people will never support me because no matter what I say, they also not want to listen. So to me, it's quite amazing too. I mean, you guys paid money to learn from me. Then of course, my job is to share with you. And if you make money, right, it's to your benefit. It doesn't benefit me only, it benefits you. That is more important. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's continue. A lot about the gold market. So sorry again, I have no time to do gold research this morning. Now, gold, what do you think, guys? Okay, I'm going to ask you a very important question today. How many of you think that gold now, this price 1812 is a buy? I mean, 1812 or current price 1816, I think, 15, okay? What do you think, guys? Do you think that gold right now is a good time to buy? What do you think? Is gold a good time to buy now about below 1820 lah? Below 1820. Do you think it's a good time to buy gold? Wow, Fred, thank you for updating me.